Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's so great to have you with us again. I'm Nia.
And I'm Noah. Today, we're going to take a little trip down memory lane. We're talking about something that everyone has a story about, our very first jobs.
Yes, not our career jobs, but our first ever job. The one you took to get some pocket money as a teenager. I feel like those experiences really shape you in a funny way. So, Noah, you have to go first. What was yours?
Oh, wow. Okay, my very first paycheck came from working at a movie theater. I was 16, and I thought it was the coolest job in the world because I could watch movies for free.
That's a great perk. What were your duties? Were you selling tickets?
I was part of the concessions team. My main job was selling popcorn, candy, and those giant sodas. And of course, the worst part of the job, cleaning the theaters after the movie ended.
Ugh, I can only imagine the sticky floors, the popcorn everywhere.
Exactly. The floors were permanently sticky, but my most memorable moment was a complete disaster. We had this huge soda machine, and one night during the rush before a big blockbuster movie, I was trying to fill up one of those giant cups. I was moving too fast, I wasn't paying attention, and somehow my hand slipped.
Oh no?
The entire massive cup of soda just flew out of my hands. But it didn't just fall on the floor, it went up in the air in a perfect arc and landed directly on the head of my manager who was standing right in front of me.
No, you did not. You gave your manager a soda shower?
I did. He was completely soaked in orange soda. He just stood there for a second, in total shock with ice cubes dripping from his hair. The entire line of customers went silent. I was sure I was going to be fired on the spot.
I would have wanted the floor to swallow me whole. What happened?
He just looked at me, sighed this really deep sigh, and said, "Noah, just go get the mop." He was surprisingly calm about it. I think he was too tired to be angry. I cleaned up the mess and worked there for another year, but I was always extra careful at the soda machine after that.
What a story. That's a great icebreaker. My first job was much less dramatic. I worked at the local library, helping people find books and putting them back on the shelves. It was very quiet.
That sounds a lot more peaceful than my sticky, chaotic movie theater. Did you have any disasters?
Not really a disaster, but I once put an entire section of books in the wrong alphabetical order. It took me and a coworker a whole afternoon to fix it. It taught me the importance of paying attention to detail. This makes me think about our first professional jobs, the first time we stepped into an office. I feel like the mistakes there are a little more serious.
Oh, for sure. The stakes are much higher. My biggest mistake as a beginner in an office environment is another embarrassing story. I was an intern at a marketing company, and I was trying to impress my boss.
We've all been there, wanting to prove ourselves.
Exactly. So one of my tasks was to send out a summary of a meeting to our small team of 5 people. The meeting had some sensitive information, some confidential client feedback. I wrote a very professional email, attached the document, and I thought I had sent it just to my team.
Let me guess you didn't.
I accidentally hit reply all to a previous email chain, but this chain wasn't just my team, it was a company-wide announcement. So I sent this confidential client feedback to every single person in the company, all 200 of them, including the CEO.
Oh my God, Noah, that's the ultimate nightmare scenario for an intern. What did you do?
My heart just stopped. I saw what I had done the second I clicked send. I just stared at the screen in pure panic. My boss ran over to my desk a minute later, and I thought he was going to yell at me, but he was actually trying not to laugh. And he said, "Well, I guess everyone is on the same page now."
That's a good boss. Having a sense of humor in that moment is key.
He was amazing. He helped me send a follow-up email explaining my mistake and asking everyone to delete the previous one. It was so humiliating, but it taught me the most valuable lesson of my career. Always, always, always double-check the recipients before you send an email. I've never made that mistake again.
It's true, those moments of panic are the best teachers. My rookie mistake was with a spreadsheet. I messed up a formula and accidentally deleted a whole column of important data. Luckily, the IT department could recover it, but I felt terrible for the rest of the day. It taught me to always save a backup copy.
Exactly. Looking back, these mistakes felt like the end of the world when they happened, but they were probably the most important lessons we could learn. They teach you to be careful, to be humble, and to ask for help when you're not sure about something.
You're absolutely right. Those early failures are what built a solid foundation for your career. They're like rites of passage. And we are sure you all have similar stories. So now we want to hear from you. We have 2 questions today. What was your very first job? And what was the biggest or funniest mistake you ever made as a beginner at work?
Please share your stories in the comments below. We would love to read them and know that we're not alone in our embarrassing moments. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Your support really means the world to us and helps us keep these conversations going.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
It's been great. Until next time, take care.